Hello everyone, my name is Vanshika Dhamija and I'm going to present the project reflection for my project LMS and I'm a student of software engineering and Masters of Technology and this is my master project for my course ITECH7415. I'll be representing the presentation for my project. As I told that the project is LMS, Learning Management System. So here are few screenshots displaying the login page and the dashboard. This is for the admin. Now I'll be describing what is the project all about. What is LMS? LMS is a software web application that makes easier for the administrator document and also to track, report, automation and documentation of educational courses and providing training and learning and development programs. It makes it easier to do all these things, and it is also the concept of e-learning. As we all know today, we are quite familiar with the electronic system. Everything is online, so there was need for LMS. Now I'll be discussing the project team members. First of all, Sudeep Rai is the team leader of this project, and he has worked on the backend development. I am the team member, and I have handled the front-end development. Jaspreet has handled the testing, and our supervisor is Ms. Sadia Aziz, who has guided us in all the parts of the project and helped us to do it better and in a proper way. Now discussing the client details, our project client is Unicampus Education Network, and our Unicampus Education Network, and you can see the other details. Unicampus Education Network is basically a consulting and educational organization that provides different courses and subjects to students all over the world. So they were having some problems with delivering all the things in real, as there was a lot of manual work, and there was also misplacement of some of the documents. There was problem in delivering the courses to the students, and so they needed a platform, an online platform in which students and teacher they could connect easily, and they could make the education system more effective and flexible. So there was need of LMS. And this is the project timeline, as you can see on the screen. We have done this product in various steps. First of all, we did the project storyboard, and then we did product roadmap. As we know that roadmap is really important to build a product. If we have the roadmap, then we know where to go and from where to start. And after that, there were three sprints in which whole the product was divided. In sprint one, there were few of the modules completed. In sprint two, the other, and in sprint three, the remaining modules were done. And the last was the product handover, in which we first tested everything that the product is working according to, and it is according to the needs of the client. This made it quite effective that we first tested everything and everything was responsive, and then we decided to present the product to the client. Although there were sprints arranged in which client meetings and supervisor meetings were also conducted, which gave us the direction in which we should go, and whether we are doing right or not, and whether the client is also satisfied with what we are developing or not. These things were all discussed in the sprints, in three sprints. So next we have the approach and methodology that we used in this product. First was a sprint planning. In that we had a product backlog and team structure and capabilities. According to that, we managed the things, and there were also the business conditions of the client. Next, we arranged for the sprint backlog. In that, there were also burn down charts, and it was a 30-day plan for each sprint, and there were daily 15 minutes meetings, including on an average, which included supervisor, client, and team meetings as well. Then we discussed the tasks and implemented them. And there was also decision making that with the mutual understanding, we were up to a decision, and there were sprint review meetings also, so that we could be confident on what we are developing. Then there was review meeting and also in informal setup, and whenever we need it, we can use it. And then the last was the sprint retrospective meet, in which there was process improvement. How can we improve further? And Scrum Master responsibility was done by, and that was handled by Sudeep, and he also prioritized the task and decisions. Now, coming back on the product, this product is for three user groups, that is admin, teacher, and student. So here comes the user stories that are built by me. These are different user stories for different users like admin, teacher, and students. You can see on the screen for the admin there are 5 user stories. The first one is as a teacher and student, I can log in into the system and access the resources available. And the second is for the admin, that teacher can, as an admin, I can assign subject to the teacher so that they will be able to modify only the subject resources that they are allocated for. Then there was creating the classes and timetable so that students can update their timetable according to their needs, according to their availability. The next was creating the lecture materials and resources that are required for the subject, and teachers and students can view them. This was authority given to admin. These were the user stories that we required to build. And one thing more was there, that is for the event manager, in that they can create events that are about to happen. And the next one is for the teacher. As a teacher, obviously they need to log in the system so that they can access the resources. The second user story was they can modify and update their lecture resources so that the students can view those updated materials. Then was the attendance, so that the teacher can mark the attendance according to the subjects and classes that were allocated by the admin to them. And students can also view those attendance. Then comes as a teacher, they can view the events so that they will be able to, they can so that they can view and participate if they need to. And the next user stories are for the student, in that they can log in the system. That was the requirement. The next user story was they can access the lecture material so that they can do their assignments, and also they can see the resources that are that they have enrolled in. The other user story that we have is for the events, that they can view the event so that they can participate and uh, show their interest in whatever events are happening. Here comes the use case diagrams. I've not shown all the use case diagrams, as those are a couple of. So one of them is given here. Basically, all the use case diagrams and sequence diagrams are built by Sudeep, but few of them are done by me. So here you can see the LMS student teacher registration and login system. How it works is displayed on the use case diagram. As an admin, one can register students, one can register teachers, and they can confirm the data stored. They can also insert to user roles and student table, and they can also everything is stored in the database. And next comes the student. Student can log into the LMS, and then they can authenticate details, and it goes into the database. All the details are stored in the database. Then comes the teacher. In teacher also, they need the credential. If the credentials are incorrect, they will get an error message. If the credentials are right, then they give the access to the LMS. So this is how the system works. Next is the sequence diagram for student. As a student, these are given for admin and student as well. As an admin, they can log in credentials, and if the credentials are okay, then they will take them to the dashboard. Otherwise, they will give an invalid credential error message. And they can access the student module, and student registration form is also accessible. Then comes for the student. As a student, they can log in the credentials. If the credentials are valid, then they will take to the dashboard again as shows. Otherwise, it will give an error message. So So now comes the major components that are handled by me. I have done the front end development. I've also created some of the user stories as I've discussed past, and there are also some test cases that I wrote, and I have also worked in the handover part as there was requirement of the promo video and proper presentation. Some of the parts of that were done by me. Now this is the evidence of contribution. As you can see, these are the ER diagrams. Now comes the product description. This product is developed using Laravel 5.5, and front end is developed using Bootstrap 3 framework, jQuery v 2.1.4, Liti.js, Select2.js. Bootstrap date picker is also used to provide appropriate front end functionality so that it gives a better view and better presentation. MySQL is used for database to power backend development. Moreover, we have used Gmail as a medium for sending and receiving mails. And moreover, Amazon S3 Web Services is used by us to store and retrieve the files that are uploaded into the system. Moreover, the product is developed using the module-based development method. In this, there are modules named as the managers, in which there are different functionalities of the modules. It gives for lectures, attendance, assignments, student manager, teacher management, courses, classes, attendance, assignments. Everything is in module-based development. This is the evidence portion of the coding, and Bootstrap is used as the front end. These are some of the modules coding. Now, design responsibility. As I'm a front end developer, it was responsibility of mine to see if everything is working and responding. So this was the responsibility of mine, and overall, I took care of it, and LMS and it is ensured that LMS is quite responsive, as we have used Bootstrap 3 framework and other languages and frameworks to make it work in a good way. And it has been a quite impressive LMS, as suggested by client and supervisor. They were quite happy with our presentation and our product. What I experienced and how was my experience during these whole product and building up of this product, and as a team. First of all, I learned to implement the third-party library, that is Liti.js, for tables and views and select boxes in the system, which is quite important for the front-end developer. Moreover, I learned to develop various data structures such as multi-dimensional arrays and nesting of objects in order to manage large amount of data or bulk data, which made quite effective in LMS as well. I also learned to use the same views across different users. The users were like teacher, student, and admin, and same views were used in that. It was quite helpful for me to work in this project. Moreover, I learned teamwork qualities, as it is quite important to work in a team and in a quite effective manner to master a project in a team. Moreover, I also learned back-end development. As being a front-end developer, it is important to know what is being developed at the back-end. So having a proper communication with the back-end developer, that is Sudeep and me, we worked quite effectively in order to make the things work. And I think it is quite crucial for front-end developer to know what is happening in back-end, and I learned this in this product. Now, what are the suggestions that I want to suggest to improve this course? I think there should be more guidance on how to develop a project and what things we could add and make it more effective. Moreover, I feel that there should be less paperwork and more focus on the product, because at the end we need to master in a product. Other thing I need to say that there was also marking on the basis of the documentation, but I feel that there should be more focus on the product rather than the documentation part. And other thing was that that is not an advice, but that was a condition that happened because of COVID. We were not able to do things in real or meet in real, so that we could solve our queries that way. So I suggest that there should be real environment so that we jump up with some more questions and queries to the teachers and our tutor, lecturer, as well as our supervisor, so that we get a proper information of everything. And moreover, I feel that the number of students was quite large, and there should be a small number of classes so that a proper communication and one-to-one communication can be set up between a tutor and teacher, which makes the environment more effective and learning more effective. So these are all the suggestions that I want to suggest to the for the improvement of the course. And thank you for watching my video. It was really nice working on this master's project, and I'm looking forward to more opportunities in my as a career in my career to make it give a right way and right path. Thank you.